big topic right now is conference realignment, right?
Yeah.
But with conference realignment comes talk of TV deals. So we're getting into Apple was trying to buy rights to the Pac-12 before the other teams left and went wherever they went. Florida State and a couple other teams are trying to get out of this ESPN deal so they can go wherever they want to go and leave the ACC. So I've heard different ideas of what could happen for the other because right now it's two big conferences, right? The Big Ten, the SEC. My question is, let's say Florida State and them leave, and you got these leftover teams in the ACC. So hypothetically, the AAC with Tulane still in it joins another conference that's falling apart in the ACC. Apple buys them. The only way you can watch their games is if Apple puts it on Apple TV, just like they did MLS, and you have to pay $10 a month to watch all of these games. This is the future of watching sports. Is that something you're willing to do?
I could tell you right now, I know that you didn't watch Tulane every week last week just based on this question. Unless you're just hypothetically asking this question and like you already have an answer in mind. So Tulane this last season was the same way. You had to pay for ESPN Plus.
Well, I already paid for ESPN Plus.
So that was the only way you could watch Tulane this last season every week.
But that's different because ESPN Plus is getting you, yes, you get Tulane, but you're getting college football.
Yeah, but I only watch Tulane.
Okay, but the other options are there. Plus, there's other show like there's they do their documentaries. You can get Apple TV, and you don't get MLS season pass. This would be you're paying $10 a month for Apple TV, and then also paying another $10 a month just for AAC, ACC football.
I mean, I would do it, but like I wouldn't like it.
I would do it for that, but then it's like, what if somebody else is like, okay, well, if you want to watch the SEC, now you got to pay another $10, $15 a month over here. I guess the question is, how do you feel about where this is headed? Because you can see where it's headed.
It's already been there, though. It's there with professional sports, too. I mean, you had the whole thing with the Pelicans last season where you couldn't watch the Pelicans unless you paid for Bally Sports or you had to have, like, Cox or something like that, like a local, like one or two local cable companies. And it was a ridiculous amount of money. But there's already a precedent set, and it's definitely headed that direction, and it just kind of is what it is. Like, you either do it or you don't.
Is there a number, like a line that it can get to where you're like, I'm just not going to do this? Because for me with the Pels, I can tell you right now I wasn't paying $20 a month to watch the Pels.
Yeah, I didn't. From what you've seen so far, these leagues don't care about how the people watch the games.
Yeah.
They just want the money from the TV deal. They don't care if it's going to lock out some of their fan base or anything like that. You saw with the Pelicans, you saw with a bunch of people who were on Bally. It is what it is. They got their money, and they let the fans just either pay or not pay.